I opened up a Word document to write about being biracial. I began typing, but backspace quicker than I got words on the paper. What's the point? No one cares. No one gives a shit about mixed people, especially not about me. Now, looking at social media, you'd think that I was single-handedly charged with bringing the biracial condition into the forefront. How many Facebook rants have I gone on? More than there are people of color at the University of Michigan, that's for sure. And for what? White friends, black friends, Latino friends, Asian friends, all like it. But what's the point? No one feels sympathy for a little mixed girl who looks like an off-white, sort of Hispanic cross between Shakira, Madison Pettis, Mariah Carey, and Shirley Temple because you just started naming off celebrities with curly hair who actually look nothing like me. Now I understand that it's not time for mixed people yet. I understand that Obama needed to be black because that's what we need right now, a first black president. I understand that Halle Berry needed to be black because that's what we need right now, a first black actress to win an Academy Award. I understand that Misty Copeland needed to be black because that's what we need right now, a first black principal dancer for the American Ballet Company. Well, tell my mom's vagina that pushed me out that the world can barely handle black people, let alone mixed people, and that I was too early. So on behalf of biracial people everywhere, I would like to apologize for our existence. I'm sorry that we confuse you. I'm sorry that sometimes you would like to identify as biracial instead of just black. I'm sorry that you think that I think that I'm better than other black people. I'm sorry that I won't let you hypodescend me because this isn't 1924 and I won't be boxed in for having more than one drop. I'm sorry I'm not black enough. I'm sorry that I don't know or care what hitting the Quan is and that I'd rather listen to show tunes than to Kanye. I'm sorry that I've only ever dated white guys and that if I were to marry one, my kids would look white because I'd have breeded out the melanin. I'm sorry that because my white mother raised me Catholic, I spend time around a lot of white people because I'm always at my Catholic church. I'm sorry for passing, and I'm sorry that people think that I'm white. But can I tell you something? I envy you. Other minorities who are monoracial, I wish I were you. I wish I were just a black woman. Now, I'd lose the white privilege that I know I do have, but I'd take that deal. At least I fit. At least people would show solidarity with me. At least my problems would be considered real problems. At least when I talked about my racial experiences, people wouldn't think I was some whiny white-looking girl who doesn't have any issues. At least I'd belong. At least I'd have a community that I was automatically a part of. At least you have each other. Who do I have? Nobody. Other biracial people don't identify as biracial. Biracial celebrities don't identify as biracial. Our biracial president doesn't identify as biracial. And why? We're told that identifying as biracial is our attempt to distance ourselves from the blackness. Well, look at me. It doesn't matter that my best friend in the world is black. It doesn't matter that I love R&B music. It doesn't matter that 2 of my siblings are only black and that I have an all-black niece who is mistaken for my daughter. It doesn't matter that my family has land in Alabama that used to be the plantation that we slaved on. It doesn't matter that I have Afrocentric lips and Afrocentric nose, and it doesn't matter how many kinks, twists, and curls are in my hair. Because my skin has already distanced me from the blackness. My faith has already distanced me from the blackness. The way that I speak has already distanced me from the blackness. Are you sure? Has already distanced me from the blackness. How is that really your dad? Has already distanced me from the blackness. White people coming up to me comparing their skin tone to mine because it's so cool to have skin that's darker than a black person has already distanced me from the blackness. No you're not. Has already distanced me from the blackness. Yeah, but you're not like a real black person. Has already distanced me from the blackness. It's okay. You're only half black. Has already distanced me from the blackness. Black people calling me white has distanced me from the blackness. So now what? I've become a self-proclaimed tragic mulatto, a title I wear with pride. I know who I am, and I know how people perceive me. I know that white people think that I'm oversensitive because why in the world would someone who looks white be complaining about racism? I know that black people think that I'm privileged because why in the world would someone who looks white be complaining about racism? I know that colorblind racists think that I'm unnecessary because it doesn't matter what race I am, I shouldn't have to identify myself as anything at all. If mixed people are supposed to be privileged, why can't I have the privilege of identifying myself as mixed? Why is it my fault that my parents decided to miscegenate and now it's up to me to transcend race? Y'all decide to socially construct race. Why is it up to some 19-year-old mixed girl but who really looks white but kind of Hispanic to undo that? I consider backspacing everything that I've just written. Because no one wants to hear it. It's not time to help mixed people yet. But I can't crawl back up inside my mom's vagina and wait for the world to figure it out. So, I'll just sit here, in the margins of society, passing as white, sipping my mulatte from Dairy Queen, even though mulatte sounds a little too close to like mulatto, but it doesn't matter yet because at least it doesn't sound like the N-word. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being mixed. I'm sorry for identifying as mixed. I'm sorry for bringing my mixed people problems to life, and I'm sorry for wasting your time.
That felt better.